Hi, it's Martin McGuire with another On the Easel. This of a little hummingbird called Little Jewel. First, I'd like to talk to you about the importance of research. As wildlife artists, we need to get out into nature. Feel the sponginess of moss, hear a bird singing, smell the earthiness of a bison herd. All of this gets into our artistic psyche and comes out at the end of our brush. Besides, it's the most fun and it's tax deductible. So if we're doing research on a hummingbird, you see a photo of me in the center in my mid-20s, doing a project working with Audubon in banding ruby-throated hummingbirds. Of course, I did get a kick out of those little canisters hanging from my photography vest. What are those anyway? Hummingbirds, of course, come easily to feeders, and if you watch them, you'll see them fly out to nearby trees and perch and then come back. It's the same with other birds at feeders as well. Once you watch them for a while, you'll figure out their pattern, and then you can photograph them sitting on a branch or photographing them in flight. Zoos and nature centers usually have some sort of wildflower garden that attracts hummingbirds so that you can get them in their natural surroundings with flowers. And of course, read all you can in field guides and other books and on the internet. Composing in Photoshop elements. After doing multiple thumbnail drawings and going through my reference, I come up with an idea that I want to do. I then use multiple photos and paint and drawing tools in the program to create my master to work from. What I'm doing is actually the same thing I've done for years, except I did it in a drawing form. A lot of time cutting out little animals and moving them around. But it was difficult to see exactly how the lighting and colors would work and how to work up scale. So this new technology has really helped in many ways. The photo above is what I want to use as my main basis. I like the curved branch and backlit leaves, but of course this is a female, so needed to make her a male. That's not too hard on hummingbirds. I just need to add the beautiful throat, which is called a gorget. Here's a male that I photographed in the same photography session. I like this one. The lighting will work. I used the lasso tool and drew around the gorget, then copied it and pasted it onto the photo of the female that was my main reference. I have now moved the gorget onto the image. Of course, adjustments had to be made as the heads were not turned the same way. I'm sure you're saying, wait, what? I want to learn more about how easily you use Photoshop and Photoshop elements to compose your paintings. Well, that is a tutorial that I am planning in the near future. If you'll enroll on our tutorial page, Learn with Jan, it's free to enroll, we will notify you as soon as one comes out. There's more information at the end of this presentation. Toning canvas. Many artists tone their canvas rather than painting on white. I used to use a neutral gray, but now I use a burnt sienna, which is sort of a rust color, as it adds a warmth that I like. First I brush on the paint, then rub it with a paper towel to create the toned canvas that I'll be working on. Transferring drawing. I've done a drawing based on my computer compositional sketch onto a piece of tracing paper, which I attach to the top of the canvas with masking tape. This allows me to flip the drawing back and forth as needed. Since I use many layers, the drawing gets covered, so I'll transfer the drawing using this Sorel white transfer paper multiple times. I use different colored markers each time I flip the drawing back over the painting so that I know what I've transferred that time. Drawing transferred. Now it's time to get painting. My palette. I use a Masterson Stay Wet palette, which keeps my acrylic wet for quite a long time. And I use Chromacolour UK acrylic paints. As the name suggests, they do come from England. Some other of my tutorials, I talk about why I love this paint so much. Background. For the background, I wanted to use complementary colors on the color wheel to really make the hummingbird pop. You can see with the purple background, the purplish background, I should say, its complementary color straight across from it is yellow, and the mauves across from it are the greens. All of these are found in the hummingbird. With a big brush, I lay in the purples, greens, mauves, and white, and then I use a foam sponge while the paint is still wet to blend the colors. Starting the bird. I use a hairdryer to speed up the drying time of the background so I can move more quickly through the multiple layers that I do. I begin creating the illusion of detail on the bird. Your mind will tell you every feather is there, even though I haven't really painted them. Finishing the bird. I continue to define and refine the bird. Now the bird is completed. And onto the leaves and branch to finish the painting. Leaves and branch. When I want light coming through something, I will paint it white first. Then I will use pure, thin washes of color to really give that glow as if the sun is coming through the leaf. The branches, I pay attention to how the sun is hitting them, where it's light and where it's dark. And here's the completed painting, Little Jewel, 6x8. Would you like to learn more? Check out our tutorial page on McGuireandHinesLearn.com. There's lots of information for all levels of students, given in an informal, casual, friendly atmosphere, as if you were sitting right beside me. So, I hope to see you soon in my online studio.